Well, in less than 48 hours, the Guardians will take on the Detroit Tigers in Game 1 of the divisional series. And when you turn the game on the television, the field will be absolutely perfect. Now imagine being the person in charge of getting it that way. I had a chance recently to hang out with the head groundskeeper of Progressive Field. Meet Brandon Koehnke.
I wake up in the morning and I go to the ballpark. Are you kidding me?
And that's been Brandon Koehnke's life for well over 30 years. Seeding, mowing, fertilizing, watering, manicuring, and babying the most precious 100,000 square feet of Kentucky bluegrass in Northeast Ohio.
It's a long process, and it's a daily process, and that daily process continues into the fall and into the winter and into the spring to prepare for the field.
Koehnke is the only head groundskeeper Progressive Field has ever known. Hired in 1993 after working at various spring training sites in Florida, Brandon came here to oversee the process of building Cleveland's Field of Dreams.
I got here in March of '93 while we were still playing at the old ballpark, but I was here every day overseeing the contractors who were in charge of building this field and overseeing, the nuts and the bolts of how this sucker was going to get put together.
And he's been here ever since. Through 14 postseason runs and 3 World Series, the grass looking perfect through it all. But it's not easy work, and it's a job that never ends.
We're still cutting grass until Thanksgiving. But the way you put it to bed is what you're going to get in March.
And some off seasons are more difficult than others. Last year, the entire field was ripped out to make room for 5 construction cranes doing the stadium renovations. Brandon's crew wasn't able to lay new sod until late February. Yet on opening day,
driven to deep right field.
It looked perfect. And then the day-to-day grind of keeping it that way was underway.
I was here at about 7:15 this morning. The rest of the crew got here a little before 8. The first thing we do is get the tarp off, check the weather forecast, see if we're still good. If we are, get the tarp off the field, and then we go to work. We mow outfield, mow infield, mow all the grass, and then we're dragging the infield and giving it its first deep watering of the morning.
And that's just the beginning. The work on the field never stops, from final pregame preps to in-game dragging of the infield to wrapping it all up after the final out is made. Brandon's crew of 28 on game days are here anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a day. But it's worth every second that goes into it.
It's such an enjoyable job, and it's so gratifying. A lot of self-gratification having someone like yourself come out and say, wow, this looks great, or having a coach, or having Bobby Witt from the Kansas City Royals one day saying,
All-star.
Holy
Really?
This is outstanding. Thanks, Bobby.
And the players and staff don't take the work for granted either. Just ask Guardians legend Sandy Alomar.
I think Brandon done a fantastic job. The ballpark always looking beautiful like it is. The grass is always green, including in April.
It is quite a job,
It's huge.
as you know. Brandon's one of the best. I've been to all the major league ballparks. They all look beautiful in their own way. But I often tell folks, I'm from Cleveland. I think Progressive Field looks as good as anywhere. And folks around Major League will say, oh, Brandon does one of the best jobs in all of baseball, getting that field ready. Because of the weather we have to deal with, you know this.
Right.
You have snow in April. You have 100-degree days in August. And then the off season as well. But he's prepared for all of it. He has a plan for all of it. And tomorrow, I know you're probably watching this at home and you're saying, how can I make my yard look like Progressive Field? Because I ask that every day. Brandon's going to give us 3 simple tips on how you can make sure your field looks like his field of dreams.
Just remember, he has no neighbors to have weeds coming over the border and all that stuff.
I can't have that.
Yeah, it's a high-stress job, obviously. We have a close relationship with the Guardians because we do the forecast, so I probably have a little bit different relationship than you do with Brandon. It gets high-stress sometimes, as you can imagine. When to pull the tarp, when to get the tarp off, do you have to put the tractors on the tarp? Lots of these things, but man, there is nobody better. And I will say, when I got to throw out the first pitch for a Guardians game, He let me, actually it was the last first pitch of an Indians game.
That's right.
He let me stand on the mound,
Ooh.
which is a big deal. They didn't always do that. Now it's more commonplace, but.
Very good.
Yeah.
Brandon's awesome.
Yep.
So his 3 tips for our lawns tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,